Yo, what is up? It's your boy Delta again, and today I have a leading up story, a catching up story to what happened after the last video, after that girl broke my heart. So, like I said in the last video, I've been hella depressed lately, and I haven't been doing videos lately, so I'm getting back in the grind of it. But yeah, I have a part 2 kind of what happened in the last video. So this is a crazy one, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's jump right into it. So the day that she basically blocked me and she didn't talk to me for the longest time and said we were done, basically, I started talking to this other girl on Snap, and we started talking, and we ended up hanging out the day that that other girl stopped talking to me. So the day after that we started hanging out. And the funny thing is, I was going to meet her there with some of her friends, but it ended up by the time that I was going to meet her there, none of her friends came, so it was just basically me and her. It was a little bit awkward, but being me, I was kind of funny, and I made it less awkward. I was there, we did some of the games, we basically raced around, we just had basically a good time at Boondocks, because that's where we were. And like the first thing I do, I try to be nice, and I bought her a slushie, and that's how I started off our thing. Like, asked her if she was hungry. She said she wasn't really hungry, so as she went to the bathroom, I bought her a slushie. But yeah, after the day that that girl stopped talking to me, those 2 days after that, I hung out with that girl, and it seemed normal. It seemed like she was a pretty nice person. Like, I kind of liked her, not like in the way I liked the other girl, because like my heart was just broken. Things didn't seem exactly right, because I'm like moving in a relationship real fast, but like it felt better that someone actually cared for me. We snuggled in those 2 days automatically, but nothing crazy happened. And the week after that, I asked her if she wanted to hang out. She said she couldn't because she was at her mom's, and so I was like, yo, it's alright, we'll just hang out after the week after that. And the week after that was break. So Thanksgiving break, the break that I stopped making videos before. So yeah, I asked her if she wanted to hang out, and she was like, oh, yeah, that would be great, we could do it over break. And I'm like, dope. And by the way, before this, the week before break, I asked her if it was okay for me to hang out with another girl. I was like, yo, is it okay if I hang out with this girl? And she was like, yeah, it's okay. And I was like, you know, I'm not going to do anything crazy, we're not going to snuggle or anything, we're just basically going to hang out, like, just me and her, it's just like a friends thing. And she was like, oh yeah, I totally understand, it's totally alright. I was like, okay, thank you. And before that, I actually asked her where our relationship status was at, and she was like, yo, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet, but we're like just really good friends, if you can say. A week went by, we actually never got to hang out because the other girl was just like, had plans, like random plans that got in the way, so we never actually got to hang out. And so Thanksgiving break went by, right? Nothing really happened, I had fun. And then the last day of Thanksgiving break happens, right? And my brother's having issues, like, with his girlfriend and stuff. I'm not gonna get into that because that's private business. But he wants to take me out driving to like do stuff, and I'm like, yeah, sure, because we were playing Xbox at my house, just like Modern Warfare at my house, and just chilling, drinking soda, eating pizza, just grinding Modern Warfare split screen. And I get a random text on Snapchat. I added all the people that added me so I can get to know them, and everyone that wants to hit me up for gaming or whatever can like easily hit me up and be like, yo, I want to play a game with you or something, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, let's do it later. But yeah, I added a bunch of new people, and the second I added this person, this one girl, she instantly snapped me and said, hey. So I instantly was like, yo, what's up? And she basically said, what do you look like? And I was like, being the funny person I am, I was like, yo, and I sent her a funny picture, and then she was like, nah, what do you really look like? Then I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna be nice, and I sent her one with like a picture with my shirt off. And if you don't already know, like I said in the beginning of the year, how was ripping season? Well, you already know, your boy freaking ripped. Anyways, she was like, oh, you're so cute, you're so hot, oh my gosh. And she was like, do you want to meet up tonight? And I was like, what? You want to meet up? And she's like, yeah, do you want to meet up tonight? And I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I can, even if I did. And she was like, okay, baby. And she was instantly calling me baby and stuff. And that felt weird to me, because like she was so clingy all of a sudden, and it didn't feel right. And she was already asking me to hang out. So I told her if we were to hang out, we would hang out at this place down the road from me, because that's a place I could actually walk to, and it wasn't too far. And so I didn't need to drive. But then my brother actually ended up needing to drive somewhere, and he brought me along with him. So I was texting this girl the entire time I was with him, and she ended up saying, yo, I'm at that place. And I'm like, you're at where? And she named the place that I said I could meet her if I actually could meet up with her. Like, I never said I was going to meet up with her. I said if I could, I'd meet her up here. And she was like, oh, I'm here waiting. And I'm like, what the heck is this girl doing? Like, right now, it's like so cold outside. It's like negative 18 degrees. And it's like snowing. And I was like, yo, what are you doing there? And she was like, oh, I'm waiting for you. It's all good. I'll just wait here. First, I told her, yo, I don't know if I can make it. And she was like, oh, it's all right. I'll just wait here. And then I asked her, yo, if I actually came, what would we do? And she was like, oh, something dirty. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? Because, like, that could mean a lot of different things. Like, that could mean, like, she could be messing around and, like, give me a kiss or something and flirt, like a lot. Or that could mean a lot of stuff, like, instantly freaking full-on, like, I don't know, sex. Like, it could be a huge possibility. So I was like, what's that supposed to mean? And she's like, oh, we would just have sex on the bench. And then at that point, I was like, alright, this lady is actually crazy. Like, this lady's insane. Because it's negative 18 degrees out. It's so cold. And she's asking to have sex on the bench. Like, this girl's insane. And, like, I don't even know who this girl is. So I'm like, heck no, I'm not going to do this. I want to get to know this girl before I even do anything. So I was like, this girl's probably a catfish. So I'm just going to meet up with her. And then, after I meet up with her, see if she's a catfish or not. And then we can go from there. So I played along, and I was talking to my brother about this girl the entire way. And he was like, yeah, I can take you to see if she's a catfish tomorrow. So the night goes by, and she ends up leaving because I couldn't even make it there. And I wake up the next morning, and she's like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like, sure, like, let me get cleaned up. So I cleaned myself up, and she ends up saying, yo, I can't go hang out. And I'm like, oh, that's all good. Like, why is that? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And this entire time, after everything she says, she'll be like, oh, I can't hang out, baby. Oh, I'm waiting here, baby. Oh, I'm so cold, baby. Like, all these things. And she would be saying baby every time. And, like, she took screenshots of, like, my conversation. And I asked her, like, a few times, like, why are you screenshotting my conversation? And she's like, oh, well, I'm your girlfriend, right? I can do that. And I'm like, okay, like, you're not really my girlfriend, but okay, I didn't say that because I was trying to catfish her, like, see if she was actually a catfish. And so yeah, I was basically waiting for another text, and I was sitting down grinding Fortnite with my boys, and all of a sudden I get a text from the girl I was hanging out before, right, that I snuggled with and stuff, and she was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was like, sure, I can hang out. So I was like, okay. And she said, yo, you have a girlfriend? I'm like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. Like, I just don't. And she's like, oh, yeah? And then she sent me the text, the freaking text, that this other girl that was flirting with me so much, to me. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening. And so she basically blocked me instantly. And I was trying to talk to this other girl what was happening. And she was playing dumb the entire time. I was like, what's happening? Why are you doing this? Are you trying to make us not friends anymore? And it turned out, they were best friends, like really best friends. And it turned out that the girl I hung out with in the first place, that I was snuggling, just didn't like me. She hated me. She absolutely hated me. So she ended up making her friend flirt with me. Absolutely go on flirt with me. So she would have a reason to break up with me or get away from me. And I was like, what the heck? Like, we weren't even dating. Like, let's say me and her were actually dating, and she actually loved me, and we were, like, dating, like, full-on boyfriend and girlfriend, then I would be like, no, to the other girl, let's not hang out. But since, like, we weren't dating, and we were just friends, like, I think it's okay if we would hang out. So I'm not playing her. Like, that was never a thing. Like, we were never a thing. So yeah, this girl was absolutely insane, like, insane. And I was talking to her a little bit, like, later after that, just to, like, get more information, and she was joking around, and she was like, you want to be my boyfriend? Just kidding, ha ha ha. And I was like, okay. And then I kind of flirted back a little bit after the other girl blocked me, and I said, yo, you want to be my girlfriend? Ha 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 ha, like, flirting back. And she was like, and I said, just kidding after that. And she was like, oh, I know you're not kidding. I know you need me. And I'm like, hold up. hold up now, I don't need you. And I was in the car with my brother, and a nice song came on, and I was like, bro, turn this up, like, this song's fire. And he was like, yeah, and he turned it all the way up, and we were bumping in the car. And she was like, oh, you need me so much, you have no one else. And I'm like, alright. And I straight up said to her, yo, I'm a freaking baller, I don't need you, like, and she got so pissed. She was like, oh, you need me so much, like, you're the only person I need. And it just, like, it was weird. And then I ended it with, why should I keep talking to you? Like, give me one reason I should keep talking to you. And she was like, well, you like me. And I was like, okay, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. And I literally told her, you know, you could possibly make someone commit suicide from what you did. And she's like, no, you don't even know what that is. I almost committed suicide. You have no idea how I felt. Blah, 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 blah. You don't even know what that is. And I'm like, alright, lady, that's just enough. Because, think about it. What happens, a girl and a guy were together, right? And a random girl came up and tried to break you guys up. And you actually had feelings for that girl. That could break the guy's heart so much that he could possibly kill himself. Like, I don't know, like, it's possible. So I told her that, and she flipped out about it. So I was like, nope, this girl's crazy. I already got enough out of her. Like, I know why this thing happened. Like, this is just insane. So I basically blocked her. And yeah, I haven't heard anything since. But yeah, that's basically the story about how a psycho woman broke me up with a good friend, basically. That friend didn't even want to be with me in the first place. So, feels bad, but it's all good. Like, I'm glad I figured that out, or else I'd be wasting my time with someone who actually doesn't care about me. So, yeah, like I said, I'm a freaking baller. I don't need no girl to show me what's up. So yeah, I hope you liked my story time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.